Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Always down and ready to ride.
But let's see what we can do. Try and get the video started so that I can then hopefully the internet works. With a Cree frame, not exactly the best news.
Not hearing any response. Okay, you did file some exhibits yesterday, and I believe I saw, but I'm going to verify that that Ms. Tate was served. Yes, I see that. All right, so your against the defendant here for unpaid fees was $500.
We amended down, Your Honor, to 400.
55. All right, and then you have a district court filing fee, and it looks like $85 is a service fee.
Judge, shut up for a minute. This is with a different judge. People are yelling at me. They're like, can you go grab this for me? I'm like, I'm live. I'm literally live. And he likes to say, it's like, no, I'm always working. But inevitably, every day I am live. Yeah. And you used to complain that I wasn't consistent enough. And now? Want me to go to the liquor store? Could they have possibly waited till a worse time than right now? It's uncanny, in fact. Uncanny. Anyways, so the case that we're looking for, however, is not this one. It is this one. And I want to set the stage for the case. So we have getting started court in Thurston County, but normally in small claims court you do not, right? But in this case, I don't know if this is small as a matter of fact. Well, I think it is small claims court, but anyways, the whole point being that both of the people involved are attorneys, but she's pretending to not be an attorney. Lady down there with her headset. Okay. And from what I can gather from an incident of like damaging her property. Now, doing this video earlier today, and computer being problematic, my brain being problematic, or what was happening, but I swore it was just replaying a clip. So you guys are gonna have to tell me if you have deja vu. Do you know?
Thurston County District Court is now in session. Marker presiding.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor.
She's not to be an attorney because generally, like I said, I thought in small claims courts, attorneys were precluded for the most part from participating. But perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe that's only here. But I believe that both of these people are attorneys. I don't know.
All right, this is Shirley Bloom versus Amazon, small claims case number 37140. And who do we have present from Amazon?
Hi, I'm Lily Alamayu from Amazon.
Okay, and then Ms. Bloom, I see you're present and everyone is present via Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Bloom, you can hear me? All right, so I'll start with you. I have your plus all of your exhibits A through E. And then I have a witness, Adam Jones, that you may or may not wish to call. Is he here today?
He is, Your Honor, but I don't need to call him as Amazon's documents clearly indicate their driver damaged the light. So I think we didn't know that until those documents were submitted to the court. So I think liability is not an issue. I think it's just damages.
Okay, all right. So you're asking for $374.30. The breakdown of that is the $105 in labor, $124.36 in the light, $16.89 in paying, $28.05 tax. Are you asking also for the $50 filing fee?
I'm asking for I'm asking for wage loss and inconvenience, compensation for inconvenience, which is allowed in a tort case, and of course the service and filing fees. The service and filing fees total $762.40. As you can see by the documents submitted, I think by both parties, we served Amazon both in Olympia and in Seattle because there's over 120 Amazon corporations listed in Washington.
All right, hold on just one second.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So did you submit any paperwork for wage loss or for cost of service of process?
Yeah, not wage loss, no, Your Honor. Service of process, yes, I submitted the receipts. That is our service invoices under Exhibit D.
Okay, let me see if I missed those. I thought I had. Okay, service outside and 229, and then the 107. Okay, so you're asking for the 107.10, the 229, the $50, and the filing fee, and then what is the basis for the wage loss, and what proof do you have of the wage loss?
The wage loss is based upon the time it has taken me to out of my workday to deal with this matter. It's been 6 months. This incident happened 6 months ago. As I stated earlier, up until the time that Amazon submitted documents to the court, they were not reliable. So it took me time to do that. I'm self-employed, so I don't have a time slip per se, but bill out at $400 an hour. And it's taken me well over probably 10 hours, not only the court time, both in January and today, and the time to just deal with this matter with Amazon prior to filing suit, and then when Amazon refused to pay for the damages, etc. It's taken me well over 10 hours. I'm asking for 5 hours of compensation of time to be conservative at $400 an hour because it has taken out of my day, and I'm entitled to that under tort law as lost income and lost opportunities of income. I'm also asking for inconvenience. Non-economic damages are also awarded in tort cases where the defendant refuses to accept responsibility for the damages that they caused, and the inconvenience under RCW 4.56.250-1-B, are compensable. This has been a huge inconvenience for me to deal with this. For inconvenience, loss of activities, and
okay, so your total claim now, that you're asking the court to award you is $374.30, which looks like it was already paid. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. Amazon has not paid anything.
Okay, they submit like that, so I'll get to that. But it looks like they haven't, and you have not. They submitted an invoice to you, but you have not received that money.
That is correct. I've
Okay,
never received it.
$34.30, $50 filing fee, $107.10 service of process, $229 service of process, $2,000 lost wages, $2,500 inconvenience.
Yes, to be technical, the service fee or the filing fee is $52.
Okay, great, thank you. I thought it was 50. All right, and now I'll hear from Amazon first. I have a question with regard to the payment. I do see an invoice for the $374.30. Is that a check that gets mailed? Has that been paid? What's the status of that?
Yeah, so we sent out, the plaintiff filed a claim with ARC, which handles these types of claims for Amazon. 23. For the payment of the claim, provided us with the repair estimate of $374.30. The reason for the difference in cost is because the plaintiff's estimate for the light is valued at $224, and ARC was able to find a light available specifically on Amazon, the same light, $100. So that came up to a total of $300 using the plaintiff's estimate for labor costs. We issued that check in, as I said, November 8th, 2023, and the proof of being issued and mailed to the plaintiff's address is in our exhibits, as you alluded to.
It hasn't been
All right.
cashed, Your Honor. It was never received.
Ms. Bloom, I was
I
gonna
apologize.
ask you a question, but I didn't hear what you said. What did you say, Bloom?
The check was never received, whether they issued it or not. It wasn't received. It
Okay.
was never
All right,
accepted.
so the check was never received. Amazon, do you have proof that it was cashed? Miss, and I'm sorry, I'm calling you Amazon. That's very rude of me. I'm gonna try your last name. Is it
It's Alamayu.
Alamayu? Miss Alamayu, do you have any proof that that check was cashed?
No, not aware of whether or not the check was cashed. We just know that it was sent to the plaintiff's proper address on
Okay.
November 8th, 2023, in order to resolve the claim that she brought against ARC.
All right, and that address is Southwest Rochester, Washington, 98579. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then Ms. Lim, you said the check came, but you didn't accept it, or you have no idea if it even arrived?
It never arrived.
Okay.
I've never seen a check. Never received any correspondence from Amazon.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back. I received exhibits to this hearing last week.
Sure. And which light was actually installed? I'm assuming the property's been repaired. Was it the light that you paid the $224 for that was installed?
Yes, Your Honor, because as you can see by the exhibits, Amazon came light that looks like the one I use, but it's not the light that I use. You look at the picture of the light that was
Oh,
damaged.
it's fine. I just want to know which one went in the
Oh.
ground. It's the 224.36.
Correct. We paid our irrigation guy. We've paid him that much. That invoice has been paid.
All right. Anything else from Miss Alamayu?
Yes, I'd like to address the additional damages of the plaintiff's tacking
Okay.
onto her complaint as filed and served on Amazon is for $374.30. It doesn't have any additional costs listed on the complaint, doesn't have any damages concerning inconvenience. The plaintiff can't just show up and ask for $4,500 more than was ever requested on the complaint. Or ever mentioned to Amazon prior to date. That's not something that we should be held liable for, as it was not a part of the original filing. And in addition, she says that the main contention here is that we've been trying to settle this matter with her, but she wants us to cover both service attempts, which Amazon doesn't feel that we're liable for. So we submitted her her service attempts. The first service attempt says that service was received by Amazon, was completed unnecessarily, and Amazon should not be asked to cover that cost. It says in Defendant's Exhibit 5 that Amazon was November 13th, 2023 at 11:10 a.m. to our registered agent at 300 DeSchultz Way in Tumwater, Thurston County. And it says that personal service was completed and correct and was with the agent there. And then for some reason, the plaintiff then tried to complete service again on Amazon over a week later on November 22nd, 2023 at a separate Amazon location and was not successful in completing service. We shouldn't be held liable for the plaintiff serving Amazon again when they already correctly served Amazon the first time. So we should only be responsible for the service fees related to this.
And the completed service, which was done on November 13th at 11 a.m. in Tumwater, is that the $107 service within?
I believe so, yes.
And then the second attempted service, which was failed, was at a location outside of Thurston County.
Yes, it was at 410 Terry Avenue North in Seattle, and it says that it was unable to be completed at that time, but they had already served Amazon 10 days prior to that. So it's unclear why they decided to serve Amazon again at a separate run. But nevertheless, we should not be held liable for those costs.
And then on defense exhibit, I think it's exhibit A, there's a service on Amazon.com paper that you've submitted, which basically, where does that come from, or how did you come about that? Is that something that's on your website where it says service of Amazon will be at the Tumwater?
I swear to God, I've heard 7 somehow. I don't know why, but just specifically this part. Fucking so many times. A little bit late, but really not really. It is so bad I can't even turn on the camera. It's a bit of a shit show.
Location.
Sorry, what are you referring to? I don't see that.
Exhibit A on, it says exhibit A, but let me take a look here. It's after the notice, so I think it's part of where the declaration, plaintiff's exhibit 5, declaration of service, the second page, or at least I have an exhibit A.
Or maybe those are plaintiff's exhibits. Amazon's exhibits are numerical.
Oh, I see. It's put in the wrong pile. Got it. Okay, this goes over here. So then, Miss Bloom, where did you get that service on Amazon.com? Exhibit A.
From the service in Seattle, and it is attached as Defendant's Exhibit 5, the same document. So as I stated earlier, there's over 100 corporations named Amazon, variations of the same. And since we didn't know which Amazon Inc. we should be serving, we took the 2 Moeller services, which is the Seattle and the Olympia one. We serve the Olympia one. And of course, when you serve, as the judge probably knows, you don't know that that's perfected service until you get an answer. That could not have been perfected service. We don't know. We serve corporation, then I chose to cover all bases to serve the other most popular registered agent for Amazon corporations. Again, there's over 120 of them in Seattle. When we went to Seattle, the sister was handed this piece of paper that says service on Amazon.com. And at that point, we then knew we had actually perfected service in Tumwater. But until that time, we didn't know that. And so Amazon's position that they aren't responsible for service issues flies in the face of the law. I mean, the plaintiff has to protect their their claim and any reasonable steps necessary to protect service. In this case, we never got an answer from Amazon. And I requested several times prior to filing suit for Amazon to provide me the information, which was never provided. So I think the double service is reasonable in this situation with the Amazon corporations listed in the Secretary of State's website.
So can Ms. Alamayu, I'm sorry, Alamayu, can you tell me where a person would, if they were going to file suit against Amazon and they Google your corporation, or how would they know that it's the Tumwater location?
That's Amazon's registered agent. So in order to sue a corporation, you serve their registered agent.
But how would she find out that, like, just a lay person? Is it on your website? Is it something she has to Google?
I can check, but I think that that's public knowledge. In California state, for example, they give that out to people who are filing small claims, request it. There are numerous ways to find this information, and the plaintiff, well, I guess we could ask the plaintiff how she found the information in the first place. So because she was able to find that was the service address. She did properly serve us to begin with. So we could ask her how she found it. I do believe it's just quickly, sorry. I do believe it is in our conditions of use, our service address. It says at the bottom of our conditions of use, how to serve a subpoena or other legal process. I can share my screen if you'd like to see it, but it has the exact address, 300 Deschutes Way, Southwest, in Tumwater.
All right. And Ms. Bloom, how did you did say that you served them, and I just weren't sure because you didn't get an answer. But your process server did actually serve and got personally served an agent, correct?
That's correct, Your
At the location.
Right, and the issue that it's not okay. So the registered agent, I went to the Secretary of State's website, which is where you need obviously the registered agent. So I found Amazon Inc. I found Amazon Inc. So because I did Amazon, I should be suing. I proceeded to serve both Amazons. One is in Seattle, one is in Olympia. I still don't know to this day which Amazon Inc. is correct. Obviously, I know now because we serve the corporation, service, and company, but because our different Amazon Inc.'s registered with the Secretary of State's office with different registered agents, I felt it was necessary to make sure that we were serving the proper Amazon.
Both of the places you served were listed as registered agents.
For different Amazon corporations, that's correct.
Okay, so, all right. And if there's nothing else, I'm ready to decide. Have any closing remarks?
Yeah,
I do.
Sorry, can I just
go
speak
ahead.
and then you can have the last word on this?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I would also just like to, sorry, what did you say?
Go ahead.
Okay. I would also just like to note that Ms. Bloom is an attorney, so she's experienced and she's a lay person in this respect. She's an attorney and she has experience with making service attempts. If Ms. Bloom were to serve every single Amazon location, we wouldn't be held liable for each attempt at service because she thought that those were potential places where Amazon could be served. I don't think that that's reasonable. Like I said, the registered agent is specifically and clearly as that address in the Amazon conditions of use. And we were served, there was completion of personal service as stated by her own agent. And yeah, I just like to reiterate that we don't believe we owe her any additional damages related to her lost time in the matter. Our damages are limited to what was requested on the complaint and what we were served with and what we came here prepared to defend against. And that's the $374.30 if the court rules in plaintiff's favor that they should rule for. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, I will let you have the last word, Ms. Bloom.
I'm not going to address the service issue, Your Honor. I'm going to address the issue that defense keeps bringing up. First of all, this is not the first time I've told them that I would be claiming wage loss and inconvenience. I've told them before filing suit, and in January when we had a partial hearing with Judge who then recused himself. I addressed it there. The pleadings are notice pleadings in the state of Washington, especially for tort cases. I do not have to allege every single damage that I'm going to be claiming. That's what the discovery process is for. Amazon could have at any point asked for me to explain what my damages were. I have put them on notice of the damages. I have told them both, I think, in writing and verbally, that I'll be asking for compensation other than what was on this court. And this is a notice pleading state, and I do not have the legal obligation in every dollar amount that I'm going to be asking in a court hearing. It just doesn't work that way. But I don't have to do that in Washington. The pattern jury instructions are very clear on what I can ask for and what I can't ask for in a tort claim. And this is a tort claim. It's a negligence claim, and I'm entitled to the damages that the law allows me to be compensated for. It's as simple as that. And if Amazon wanted to clarify that, they had 6 months to do it, and they've never asked me for any information to document any kind of damages. So it is a notice pleading state.
All right. I'm going to award the plaintiff the following amounts. The principal amount of $374.30. Service $336.10. The filing $50. And you did not appear in court other than today on this case, is that correct?
No, that's not correct, Your Honor. For almost 2.5 hours on January 26th, we both showed up at 8:30. Just were dismissed at 10 when Judge, who was the judge, recused himself, a local attorney. It was Judge Sam. I apologize, Your Honor. Myers. Thank you, Your Honor. So we were there for 2.5 hours.
Let me see.
Yeah, we're just doing a quick one tonight, Patrick. It's a bit petty. I think it's petty because she's asking for too much. She can't ask for fucking $2,500 of attorney, like, of lost wages for her doing her own lawsuits. So that would be like a total scam you could run. Hi, Patrick. Hope you're doing well. My internet sucks.
On January 26th.
That's
And
correct.
the time here, were you on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I didn't actually hear the hearing. You were in like the waiting room or in court waiting to be heard.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What time did we start this hearing today? Did I come out?
You came out about 9:30, Your Honor, but we're told to be online at 8:30.
32:10. And then did you participate in mediation this morning?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And I don't have anything, you didn't file anything, Miss Bloom, that would.
It sounds like the Amazon driver broke one of this lady's lights doing a delivery. Patrick? and that Miss Bloom was at home that day watching everything, because I'm getting that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? On sitting in that big window, just watching the Amazon driver accidentally hit some light that she, for some reason, paid fucking 200 and some odd. Amazon found a cheaper light. I'm not gonna me allegedly.
Substantiate your $100 rate, any kind of, correct?
That's correct,
Not
Your
mi-
Honor.
Okay,
That's the rate in my contract.
but I don't have the contract, right? You didn't file that?
I did not, Your Honor.
All right,
$400 an hour times $2,000. I think rookie Mr. Shirley, are you stupid? You didn't. Oh, yeah, damn it. Well, you could say I make $900. I'm surprised you didn't say, well, as an officer of the court, Your Honor, I'm willing to swear to my standard rates and like use her attorney privilege.
I'm not going to award any waste at the time. I have no way of documenting what your hourly rate is. If you wish to appeal my ruling or file a motion to reconsider, you're welcome to do that. But at this time, the only information I have before the court is the $374, the $52 filing fee, and the $336.10 for service. So that's the total amount of the award to the plaintiff.
An hour cellulite yoga pants. She wanted $400 an hour. 400, which is normal for lawyers, but that's 400. No way, Jose. $100 an hour, I could see her getting, actually. If she had said, listen, Your Honor, I have to spend 10 hours of this. I usually an hour. This is, I build out at 100. There we go. I think she would have got it. But she's billing out, she's audacious. $400 an hour. But I mean, I'll be conservative, so no, I wasn't thinking that was coming. And then with no proof. Has this worked before? You know, Cheryl, has it worked before? One because of my internet moose. He's out there chewing on the cord as we speak.
And the court is not going to take into consideration the general damages allowed?
I'm not awarding any at this time. I don't have any proof of wages, and I don't, I just don't believe at this time that I'm going to make that award. 1098.50. 36, that can't be right. Hold on, I'm just trying to do the math here. 374.3, 52, 336.1, 762. Do you have a whiteout? 762.40 to the plaintiff. I'm not giving an award for inconvenience or lost wages or general damages at this time. 762.40. That'll be the order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you both.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Do
You
we
too.
need to wait for anything, or can we, or
No, you're free to go. I'm just signing the order.
Bingo bang. Guys, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'll try and come back on later. I got a pretty depressing to that one that we watched a while back. I saw it on my calendar when I finally, I mean, it's only April, but I was switching from February. It's okay. We're in April now. And I saw it on my calendar. And so I have those to put together as well. I was thinking about doing Shitty Saturday, but perhaps we'll Steele's here from Gainesville, Florida. Down. Well, I hope things are good. Oh yeah, also notification. They are broke as a joke, as a broke. I don't know how to say it. Something on with the notifications. My internet shit. I already said that, but notifications have a little while. Something's going down there. If they let loose an internet moose, or but something happened. Okay, I've been getting, and here's how you know. Right? Here's how you know. There are some channels that you just don't know. You're like, what? You know, Mr. Beast might in the middle of the night, or you know that rep might release their video in the middle of the night. You sure as fuck. Judges are not going live in the middle of the night. They're just not. Like, there ain't no emergency other than the Travis County, like the ones that already do, you know what I mean? So it's just like, or I'm pixelated. This is the internet. Oh, that's so sweet. My internet is shit, but it is peak internet. Can't my thing. I can't connection issues. I've already looked them up. Guys, you wouldn't believe the router. I have two other things. Anyways, and it definitely, here's the thing. I said, no, seriously, what I said is, I love you guys so much. Oh, Sashina has a late night video. It's linked on my channel. So is John's channel out. Go check out all the channels I've linked. I'm going to link the shirtless dad soon too. I missed the joke. Probably. Looking it up online. I'm terrible. Terrible, Alana. Terrible. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next. Hit that fucking outro, guys, in the truck. I'm so sorry. Love you too. My internet is so bad. Do some shit and then I'll see if I come back. But tomorrow I'll be on. Love you. Bye.